Honored guests, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimond suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the Council. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the Sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring visage.
Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh how long I have awaited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the Sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the Sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont! Long live the Sovereign!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Now, which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Aha! I thought I recognized you. I ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do? Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
Life's been pretty kind to me. Sets my thoughts down dark paths.
It's just another day, same as the one afore it.
Where's my comb? My first embrace.
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get a move on!
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site.
My fur's starting to thin.
The best quality a soldier can have.
It's just another day, same as the one afore it. Naught but trouble here. Not best move.
Time for you to get to work.
You are prepared to work. Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap, or that post.
A job well done. Now the next step is to... What is this commotion? Perhaps we...
awoke. You outfell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives! Get me out of here! Now!
Swift strikes are a thief's greatest weapon. Watch for an opening, then press your foe till they are overwhelmed. These may not carry shields, but their nimbleness allows them to dodge incoming attacks. Boulders, barrels, and the like can make effective weapons for the clever combatant. When delivering targeted strikes, I would recommend clinging to your foe.
Are you unharmed?
Consane!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a foul curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Consane it. The accursed creature escaped. Oh, you! Get back here! Quickly!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must, John. That is the only path.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down! It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. And learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Keep your distance, Arisen! Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a Rift Stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? It is a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story. Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Burma. Could it be you were held in the neighboring country of Batal? Nay, I suppose that's unlikely. We've been estranged from Batal ever since the war. It is difficult to imagine any citizen of Burma being sent there. Fine! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is. Where do you think you're going? You can't just run off now.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns? They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray, come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the riftstones that we might aid you. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded. Very well. May fortune...
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain...
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. If I learn anything of import, you will be the first to know.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it seems I was right.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker. Shall we discuss tactics now or later? If I learn of a matter that requires your attention, the time of our parting has come.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when...
Take me as your shield, Arisen. Upon my fighter's pride, no foe shall harm you while I yet stand.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, should you wish to pick your foes off from afar, you need look no further than... I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use cure... My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to...
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used.
I'll carefully conserve my strength, and in...
Should you wish to pick your foes off from afar,
I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen.
I pray my efforts aid your cause. Tis a pleasure to meet you.
Arisen? I should have expected you may yet linger here.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker. If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.
Take me as your shield, Arisen. Upon my fighter's pride, no foe shall harm you while I yet stand.
you're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
'Tis a pleasure to meet you.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing... Are you fit to travel? Then let's not...
Hoy there. You seem well tired.
Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a fine... Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, you should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it.
We must rest. Though the sun is still...
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Always a pleasure. I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation, come. See me anytime. Do come again. I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation. Come see me any. Time. Do come again. I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Do come again. I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Always a pleasure.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
We're running low on everything, from provisions to crafting materials for weapons and armor. We've had a hard time procuring goods, what with all the monsters lurking on the roads of late. I sent Marcus to gather what we need, but I've just taken stock, and I fear the list I gave him was incomplete. What say you? Could I trouble you to run an errand for me? You'll be paid, of course. Glad to hear it. Here, take this list of additional supplies to Marcus. He ought to be somewhere north of here. Hand him the note, and he'll take care of the rest.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
I quite agree.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
That's everything assembled. A job well done if I do say so myself. Oi! Did you need something? This is from Sir Geoffrey, is it? Let's have a look then. Why? He wants these as well, does he? I thought I was finished. Why should I have to do all this on my own? I've got plenty to carry as 'tis. Say, your arms look free. You can handle that list in my stead. And make haste. I would depart for the encampment even a moment sooner. Well, go on. You know what to do.
Whence might we procure such a thing? The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials. And I happen to know where they can be found. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Pray, follow me. I'd fain lead the way, if you would be so kind as to follow me. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. We now have all the requested items in hand. Let us deliver them to Sir Marcus post-haste. Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
We're here, Master.
How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Brilliant! I knew I... Here, take this for your trouble. I'll be heading back to the encampment now. They'll be expect...
Sir Marcus was well pleased, Master. Shall we report our success to Sir Geoffrey? Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
Guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Oi! Many thanks for passing on that list to Marcus for me. As I hear it, you even assisted him in gathering the supplies. I hope 'twasn't too much trouble. Anyway, you've been a great help. I hope I can count on your aid again should the need arise.
Our efforts have seen the encampment resupplied, and Sir Geoffrey with one less care. A good...
Splendid.
Here in Vermont, Port there, they believe that some divine flame will protect them and dispel... In that regard, our countries couldn't be more different.
Hey all, you a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. We've had to start sending out new recruits to Coltham.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan, but I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way then?
Ricardo. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the... You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
I hasten home. It's not my duty.
Sir Ricardo is in need of our aid. I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. The chance you'd like to see it.
Here we go again.
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
Understood.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Well done, Master.
Get down here, you feathered things! Who are you? Come to aid me. See? No one on me sent you to watch my back.
I will protect you.
Is that all of them? You have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let...
We'd best report back.
Hail, friend. Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas...
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
Putting that aside, ours is a party of women, by and large.
And yet, no two of us are the same. Well done. I shan't allow any further harm to come.
Most impressive. Let us not overpower ourselves. The battle continues.
That was certainly worthwhile. Then I shall remain by your side.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
So, this is Melv. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see. Mayhap a walk through the street.
Pitiable risen.
Well met. Hope to see you again.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. You hung on, and Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little so when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. It will be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine. Suppose there's no harm in that. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought.
We could make the fruit rubberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
At last! Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit rubberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper-like, I'll bet.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Always a pleasure.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper. Go on, 'twill only take... If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice, but I shan't take up any more of your time.
Here at the inn, we also offer check. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough of it.
In my line of business, patience is key. The safer the roads, the heavier my pocket. Always a pleasure.
If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation. I am a fighter myself. Naturally, 'tis a vocation. At close range, however, a bow. 'Tis a vocation for the... However, the more... Thus, a mage is unlike... 'Tis a vocation for the... Thieves favor... Their talents depend upon their finesse. Should you dedicate... Try them, as you like. Very well. But I shan't take up any...
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for it. That place puts my hairs on it. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself. It's been a hard day. I'll have this fixed up in time for supper.
It's been a hard day.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the My thanks. Are you ready to... Good. Then let us be...
We've got goblins! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. I knew you would prevail, Master.
We can ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet routed.
That was certainly worthwhile. Avoid flame at any cost. Be doused in oil. I grant your weapon a magical boon.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with. Let's hope you're not one of them. Regardless, we would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
Look there. I espy another statue.
Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs.
Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle? If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aid. Might I be of assistance?
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up—
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, all's been arranged.
I'm ready for patrol.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Silence, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await.
Remarkable synchronicity.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here. We ought to take a closer look.
Well fought, Arisen.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Outstanding.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
That was superb, Arisen. Very well. I shall return.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen.
What's this? We're trapped. Fie! A Cyclops!
A Cyclops. Pray, be on your guard.
Our foe has been thrown off balance. There's no better time to strike. Focused attack will end this foe.
It is time we made the point to inform the people of Dogma that the Arisen has come.
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with... You're free to make your own way to the... Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany... Well now, the road's blocked. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling.
Look here.
This material can be used to enhance equipment, and is a rarity besides.
We shall have to think long and hard about what to do with it.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll...
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
It would allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need... Out of the question.
We've got goblins! I cannot fall back.
Seems we drove them off. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you... All right. Into the ox cart.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, You confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Ramon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
My sword arm could use some work.
I must remain vigilant.
I'd fain put down my steel for a mug of warm ale. How could I have forestalled this?
I shall not stand for this.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consarn it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the...
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next...
I'll go and open the chest.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember... Remember, misers die... early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
I cannot wait to put this new equipment to use.
By what margin will it improve our performance in battle, I wonder?
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have you... Let's have a look.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the former... Most hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
I've been here so long, I forgot why I came.
Am I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
How might I be of service?
All this worrying is giving me an achy back.
This really is fine, constitute. I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Well met, sir. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Then I shall remain by your side.
This really is fine, constitute. I've all manner of arms for sale. Come. Have yourself a look.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for? All this worrying is giving me a wiki back.
Have a look. That road.
Best head to Mark, or it slips my mind.
Coins, no? Oh, good if you work yourself to death.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accept. You see, and we cannot simply purchase. So regrettably, I can't. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
Greetings. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word.
Do come again. Well met, sir. Well met, sir.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, Allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. There
is no shortage of beasts that need...
There is much we ought to tend to. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deez's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldar will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee, because should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventures. That girl's always running off on some fool's... Now listen, 'tisn't much, but...
You're always such fun to talk to. There's got to be something fun to do.
If quality's your concern...
I brought you something.
What delights might there be to find in town?
Trabo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Good evening, sir. I trust you for...
Shall we get some rest then? I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.